Hey guys, this is Catherine from Oracle Intuitions. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is going to be your weekly reading for May 24th to the 31st, and we're going to be taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone, but I do suggest watching your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus readings as well to get a clearer picture of the week ahead. For those of you that would wish an in-depth reading, you can contact me through oracleintuitions.com or my Facebook and my Instagram pages at Oracle Intuitions, and all the links are below in the description box. Also, on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, we do live readings here on my channel. So these are mini readings. And this is with my co-host Brandon Hauser, and we just provide as many readings as we can within the time period that we allot for that week. Also, on Sundays, we bring on live guests. So these are all people in the spiritual field, whether they're psychics or tarot readers, hypnotists. We had a witch. We have an amazing array of guests that come on. So make sure that you watch us at 2 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time on Sundays. Also, guys, remember, please click subscribe, please click like, and leave me a comment to let me know if this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get into your reading and have an amazing week ahead. Thank you so much. Libra, welcome to your weekly reading for May 24th to the 31st. We're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone, but I do suggest you take a look at your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs as well for a clearer message of the week ahead. All right, let's get a couple more shuffles in, and then we'll begin. All right. Okay, what energy is coming forth for Libra at this time? In the mind, we have the King of Swords. In the spirit, we have the Eight of Cups. And within spirit, we have the Sun. Here's the thing, Libra. I feel like with that King of Swords, there's a sense of an awareness that's coming through. I'm also getting, for some, that you may have brought yourself, or there may be a situation that you're going through or that's coming up that is requiring you to take a step back emotionally, especially with this Eight of Cups energy. So it feels like for some of you, you may be walking away from a particular situation. You're looking at things that you're letting go of things that no longer are serving you, especially with that King of Swords. The King of Swords is very good at cutting out things that no longer serve him. That he can be very. The thing is that there's a very strong energy here of being strategic in your move ahead. Okay, maybe in your mental space you're being a little bit too strategic within your mental space, okay? Because that King of Swords, he really cuts out all emotion. So you may be in this place now, whatever it is. This might be relationships. This could be a career. Maybe you're thinking about making a step forward, whatever it is. But I'm really getting the sense that making that move forward is going to be very positive. It feels as though making that move or making that step away from something is going to help bring in new circumstances. It's also got this, with that Sun, this is the brightest card within the energy. I feel like, and one of the reasons I'm kind of stumbling on my words here is I'm getting kind of like two energies that are coming in. All right. For some of you, I almost feel like there's a sense of, it's almost too strategic. Like, are you looking at the best circumstances for everybody? It doesn't mean that you can't walk away, but are you doing it in a way that may not be with the best outcome for everybody? Okay? Like, I feel like for some of you, there may be a sense of, I don't want to say particularly manipulation. There may be a sense of manipulation, but I feel like it's almost as though, especially if you're leaving a relationship, are you walking away leaving somebody in a place of feeling insecure? Okay, insecure maybe with their financial future, or financial prospects? Are you walking away with the best financial prospects for yourself? Like it just feels like there needs to be a balance that's brought through here. But I do feel, especially with this Eight of Cups, it's like you're walking away toward better circumstances. So I do feel that whatever it is that you're, wanting to leave behind, or you feel like you're moving away from, this may not even be your choice. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, you may be with that King of Swords trying to hang on to a situation instead of walking away. You may be trying to create a situation that's not in your best circumstances. Okay, and what I'm getting from Spirit here, so there may be two different things going on. One is that you're wanting to walk away. One is that somebody else is walking away. And again, I take it however it resonates with you. It may not be with a relationship. Okay, it may have to do with another aspect within yourself. This even could be letting go of a mindset. Okay, letting go of some sort of mental conflict, or something that you've been hanging on to for a while, and it's time to just let it go. Either way, Spirit is saying is that moving away from something, leaving something in the past, leaving something behind, is going to be in your best interest. That there is going to be a more positive future ahead by leaving something behind. But I really want to check into this energy, because as I said, I do feel like a sense of, there's a sense coming through here of something. It's almost in this energy, and again, it's not going to resonate with all Libras, but I feel like for some of you, you've been very strategic in your move ahead, okay? And I feel like to some degree that it's a little bit of a warning sign. Like, are you doing this to hurt somebody? Are you doing this just for your own positive outcome? Remember that we always have to have a balance, and that really does resonate with Libra, right? It's the Justice card, and that's the balance. And I feel like you need to make sure that what it is that you're doing, what you're leaving, or what you're walking away from, that there is a balance with the leftover situation. Okay, I feel like for some of you, this may have to do with a relationship. It may have to do, maybe there's a separation, or maybe there's a divorce. So, are you playing fair is what I keep getting here. Are you playing fair? And that's something that only you can answer for yourself, or somebody else playing fair, or whatever it is, okay? But moving away from that situation is going to bring that positive outcome. Just make sure that it's done in a way that is not leaving a sense of carnage behind. All right. I hope that makes sense to you, and I feel maybe that's only going to be specifically for some Libras. All right. It's not going to be for everybody. Just take it as it resonates with you. Because I just keep getting that feeling as soon as I pulled those cards, and I really felt kind of a little bit off balance too. So I feel like there's an off balance within that energy. All right. You can still walk away from it. You can still leave it behind, even if it's a mindset, right? Even if it's a state of mind, or a behavior, or maybe, a way of thinking. All right. It's kind of like you don't need to go from the lamb to the lion. There needs to be a balance in between there, right? Or from the lion to the lamb, whichever one. Again, there needs to be a balance. And I feel like there may be sort of there's an energy here of imbalance. All right. So it's like embrace that true Libra justice energy. Okay. And instead of making something more difficult for somebody, or even yourself, right? Make sure that there's that equilibrium, that balance that's coming through. So let's get some clarification and see what's coming in. First card through, sacred sexuality. So I do feel like for some of you, I feel like for some of you, this could have to definitely do with a relationship. I'm going to pull some more cards here. We also have compassion. Yeah, because I feel like there needs to be a compassion coming forth. And we also have this explorer. Um, okay, Libra, again, I understand that this may not resonate with everybody. So, but I am going to go with what I'm picking up here. Okay. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Click off, whatever. But the energy that's coming in is, I feel like there needs to be a sense of compassion towards whatever situation that you're walking away from. I feel like you need to embrace yourself. This, when we talk about that sacred sexuality, I really feel like for some of you this could be that relationship that you're leaving. Are you leaving it in a state of imbalance? I just keep getting this. There even could be a manipulation or a change of some sort of sexuality, basically saying that are you using sex as a way of, or intimacy, let's just say intimacy, as a way of trying to gain control over a situation in some way? Or is somebody using, intimacy as a way of gaining control over you? I'm really getting here that this is time to really start using, your intuition. And if it's not feeling good to you, it's time to move away, whether it's through your own actions or somebody else's actions. It feels like there needs to be a sense of compassion. So I just kind of feel like for some of you, maybe circumstances made you feel like you had to, use some sense of control over a situation, or you felt like you needed to be strategic in regards to a situation. And what Spirit is saying, no, you don't. Okay, you really don't. You just need to continue to move forward in a way that's going to be beneficial for you, in a way that's going to be fair to all circumstances, because that is really what is going to bring in this sense of the sun, this sense of happiness, this sense of, rejuvenation, this feeling of, the sun is the happiest card of the deck, right? And Spirit wants you to move towards that. Like, leaving this situation is going to bring you that sense of true happiness, but you have to make sure that however you're leaving it is going to be in a fair and balanced place with that sense of compassion. All right, so take a look at the circumstances. Take a look at your actions, maybe perhaps the actions of others, and continue moving forward in a place, in a way that is going to leave things in the best way possible for everybody involved. And this is what I just keep getting. So let's get some more clarification and see what's coming in. Because I really feel like there's a change of energy here. In the end of it, especially by the way of using compassion, especially in the way of using justice, all right? Allowing that justice, that balance towards something. And this even could be just a mindset within yourself, having that sense of balance within your mind, right? Again, I keep feeling like going from the lamb to the lion. Like, sometimes we feel like we're weak, or we feel that we weren't, in a place that we were in control. So then we try to develop a lion persona, and we kind of come off in a different way, or we don't allow any balance, right? Or we don't allow any compassion. We just go into this place of like, well, I was weak and now I'm not going to be, and I'm just going to be really strong, and I'm going to charge ahead and really take over everything. Okay. Again, with that, that King of Swords, like it's a very strategic card, right? And I feel like, again, there needs to be like that. You don't need to be the lamb. You don't need to be the lion. Just be balanced. Just look at things in their true nature rather than a perceived nature. Okay. And sometimes we tend to allow our ego to overcome us, all right? Especially if we feel that somebody has done us wrong, or that, we're leaving a situation that maybe we didn't want to leave. Like, maybe somebody's walking away from us. So we feel like we have to be in this place of protection, and we have to be strategic, and they're going to, hurt us through their actions and all of that stuff. But sometimes it's our own actions that can genuinely hurt us instead. So continue to have a sense of compassion towards the situation, whatever it is. And yeah, we have the Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. Can't make this up, guys. So there's consequences to our actions. And this is really what it's telling us. Our actions bring consequences. Okay, so I don't think that can be any more clear within that. I feel like that's really, kind of tying the all of what I kept feeling coming through, tying it all together. We have the further gate, bold step forward. Take a bold step forward. Take that step forward, knowing that you're going to be protected, knowing that on the other side, even if we don't want to leave a situation, all right, we also don't need to be in that place of trying to play the situation or a sense of ego or whatever it is. Know that taking that bold step forward is going to bring about the sun. Maybe things are ending for a reason. Maybe you're choosing it to end it for a reason. Again, whatever it is, it could be a mindset, relationships, career, whatever, however it relates to you at this time. Know that at the end of it, it's going to bring about a better circumstance. And we have the wailing tree, reconciliations. So I feel like, if you're trying to bring through a reconciliation in some form and you're trying to do it in a way that is unbalanced, okay, what I'm really getting here with that wailing tree is that could leave you in a place of really feeling the consequences of your actions. All right. Same with somebody else. If somebody else is, trying to bring through a manipulative energy, they're going to be dealing with the consequences as well. But it's not up to you to create the consequences for them. That's up to spirit. You got to let that be. Allow that justice. The justice is also about karmic energy. So allow that karmic situation to play out how it's supposed to play. Okay, but it's not up to you to do so. It's not up to you to make the consequences for somebody. You got to allow that to happen on its own. You got to allow that to happen through spirit. So it really is talking about staying balanced this week, staying in a place that you are presenting a sense of compassion, that you are in a place of understanding that, things may have to end. Again, could be thoughts, could be feelings, could be circumstances, whatever it is. Maybe they just need to end on their own, but you don't need to create an imbalance during the ending of the situation, because in the end, you are going to be on the better side of things, okay, within yourself. You're going to be in a better place with yourself. All right. So I feel like there just needs to be a natural end to it, and just let it be. All right, so let's get a look at relationships and see what is coming through for you. Yeah, not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. So you may have been feeling that you weren't enough. Maybe somebody else isn't enough. Okay, relationships don't need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, and coworkers. But what I'm getting here is, first of all, you are enough. Okay, so have that confidence in yourself. Maybe somebody was making you feel like you weren't enough, but maybe I'm kind of feeling here that, there's an ending in a relationship for some of you. Don't know who it's involving. Again, it could be a relationship with an old part of yourself, all right? An old part of your mindset. Maybe you had that mindset that you weren't enough. Maybe it's time to end that, is what Spirit is saying. Bring in through a balanced, relationship with yourself. Recognize that you are enough, that you can bring forth that sun energy, a happy relationship, a happy, happy friends, just basically bringing forth better people, right? And maybe somebody made you feel like you weren't enough, or again, it could have to do with the relationship just not being enough. So it talks about paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. I feel like what it's basically saying here is that once you let go, once you stop trying to control, or you let go of some sort of strategic energy, allow yourself to walk away from something. Again, this really, we had that sun card, right? Now we've got the paradise card. So it feels like letting go of one thing will bring in something else, something that is going to make you feel like you are enough, something that is going to be enough, more than enough, for a true relationship. But we have to let go of the old first, and we have to do it in a fair and compassionate manner. And we have, karmic relationship, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go. and loving you. So I'm really getting that for some of you, you're leaving a karmic situation. Okay, you may be, letting go of something that was brought in, for lessons. All right, something to teach you something. Maybe it was brought in to teach you strength in some way, or maybe it was brought in to, teach you, whatever it is. Okay, like I said, strength, or to teach you how to be more in control, or whatever it was. Maybe it just was there to help you at that time, but it's time to move away. And I feel like it's not enough. Okay, having that karmic relationship, there may be love, there may have been love, there may have been this, there may have been that, whatever it was, but it's time to get it's time to move away. It's time to get into something that is going to be true for you. Karmic relationships, again, it could be friends, family, co-workers. It could even be just within yourself, some sort of karma that you're playing out. But remember that our karma, if we're hanging on to that karma, there's going to be consequences. If you're not letting that karmic relationship be let go of, there is consequences to that. And sometimes it's to our own detriment, okay? It's to our own detriment. It's not to the detriment of others, right? Because they're going to continue moving on. It can be to ours because we're hanging on to it. So you need to let it go. You need to just, but you have to do it in a fair way. There, you look at it for what it is, okay? Whatever that circumstance is, it's time to just let it go. It's time to let it move past. All right, time to just let it be released is what I'm getting, and to do it in a way that is going to honor the relationship. Okay, honor the relationship, right? Even if sometimes the other person isn't playing fairly, you got to play as fairly as you possibly can. It doesn't mean that you can't be in a place where you're protecting your own interests, but do it fairly, right? Sometimes people will do things to us that seem extremely unfair, and so we do the things back to them because and then it just becomes, a tug of war. I can do this and you did this. I'm going to make it worse for you. I'm going to make it worse for you, and it just continues, right? And that can actually create even a worse circumstance in the end. All right, nobody wins with that. And you really want to get to this place of paradise. You want to get to that sun. And even if you're dealing with a relationship like that, if you continue to fight unfairly as well, or to put a sense of, well, I'm just trying to balance out the scale, but not in a fair manner, this is going to be really hard to bring forth into your energy. Right? Because it's not going to be a relationship that is going to be that pure happiness or that oneness. There's always going to be some sort of sense of resentment from you towards somebody else. So this is what it's saying. And again, however this relates to you, okay? It may not be a relationship, it may not be a partnership, whatever it is. But I do feel that for some of you, you are walking away from a karmic partnership or karmic relationship. And Spirit is saying, look, it was time for it to go. It was time for it to end. And it was time for it to move forward. All right, so let it go in the way that it's supposed to be. Time to end it. All right. We have the Herald of Change. Yeah, allow a change to come through. This is the Horseman, one of the Horsemen. And, it's interesting because in traditional tarot, the Sun card is like the child on the horse. Okay? And this is what I'm getting. So it's again, it's sort of reconfirming. Look, we've got 3 of these Sun cards. What I would take as the Sun. So there's a happy change that is coming when you let go of that karmic relationship, when you let it end, when you or whatever that the triggers are, or what the karma is. It doesn't need to be the relationship, maybe a relationship in particular, but whatever karma you keep trying to draw in or you're hanging on to, again, it could be just a mindset. It's time to let it go in order to see the sun, allow the sun to allow better circumstances to come forth. The vanishing mirror, ego sublimation. Yeah, time to let go of the ego. I hate to say it, because, it sounds so, maybe blunt, but I'm a very blunt reader if you've ever watched the live shows. Sometimes we hang on to things because of our ego. And, we just don't want to let it go. Maybe we feel that somebody did us wrong. So, it's our ego that's hanging on to it, or our ego that's trying to, bring in a negative connotation towards the situation, instead of just looking at it and saying, you know what, it's time to move forth. It's time to just let it go. It's time to take those steps boldly into the future. All right. And we have deep, quiet meditation and stillness. I feel like for many of you, if you just go into yourself and you allow yourself to hear the messages, you allow yourself to be in this place where you're allowing this situation or this mindset or behavior or whatever it is, if you allow it to just end, you will see these beautiful new circumstances coming forth. You'll be in a place of true happiness and allowing true happiness to present itself in some manner. All right, so let's get a closing message from the universe to end this reading and see what is coming forth. Closing messages for Libra for May 24th to the 31st. Let's see what is coming through. Closing messages from Libra for the 24th to the 31st. Look at that deep river diving into a task. It's interesting because I was looking at it and I thought, did I just put that other card back? Because it almost reminded me of this deep quiet, right? And I thought, well, wait a minute. Did I just put that other card back? No, but it feels like Spirit is really saying to you to dive in, and maybe perhaps make that task about releasing parts of the ego, okay? Releasing the things that are no longer serving you, walking away from circumstances, behaviors, mindsets, or people that are not bringing that true joy to you at this time. And look at this resourcefulness. So I feel like I'm also getting right now for Spirit in regards to the diving into a task and resourcefulness. For some of you, especially if there's a relationship that's ending, or I feel that what is coming through is like the resources will come to you, okay? The resources will come to you. The resources and the things that are needed for you are going to appear, especially if you allow yourself into a place where you release the ego, you allow the balance to come forth, you just, walk away knowing that you're doing the best thing for you at this time, and you're doing it a way that is going to have compassion to everyone that is surrounding the situation, okay? This is what I feel. It's like the resources will come through as long as you're staying in a place that is going to be true to the balance, true to karma. All right. You don't want to upset those scales. Allow it to just present itself in the way that it's supposed to. All right. I truly hope that this has helped, Libra. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please subscribe, and leave a comment down below and let me know how it did resonate with you. Also, don't forget our live shows on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain and on Sundays at 2 p.m. Mountain. We hope to see you there. Have an amazing week. Take care and many blessings.